What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh, what a perfect day. I bought this thing just at the right time. As you can see here, we have a 2024 Yamaha Grizzly Special Edition, electronic power steering, beautiful wheels and tires. I do have a front winch on the way, the same one that's on the Honda Rubicon, the 3,500-pound Warren VRX winch, synthetic rope. So that's going to be coming. We'll put that in, or the dealer will. I'm going to have them do it because I ain't taking this all apart to wire it. Anyways, today's video, we're going to be doing my 2-day review, as that is my typical tradition when I buy a new four-wheeler. Now, I bought this four-wheeler yesterday, spur of the moment, just went to Home Depot to buy a box of screws, and ran over to the Yamaha dealer, just to look, see what they had, whatever. You got a Grizzly? No, we don't have any Grizzlies. Showed me one identical to this that was sold. And I said, listen, if you get me one of these, because I love this color, saw this, I said, if you can get me that, I'll take it. Sure enough, he found one 2 hours away. And here we are now with a brand new Grizzly. So this video is not a comparison to the Honda. That is coming. I want to do it because there is a lot of things. Right away, everybody thinks this is a better machine immediately, blah, blah, blah. Just because it has more power does not make it a better machine than the Honda. I'd like to make a video comparing these because some of you may know 5 years ago I made videos bashing Yamaha, something terrible, because I had a new Kodiak 450. That was younger me, a little bit more ignorant me.
I've got a lot of things I really like about it, and a lot of things I'm really disappointed that they did not do.
But I still stand true to some of those things I said. I talked about the quality differences and all that. And my Kodiak was a piece of junk. And the guy at the dealer, salesman, was super nice to me, so I liked the salesman I dealt with. But there was a guy there that worked there. Actually, I think he was the owner, but anyway. I wasn't even talking to him. I was talking to my friend. I said something about my Kodiak being junk because he just drove a Kodiak 450 out. And he said, hold on a minute. And I was like, I ain't even talking to you. Anyways, he said, what'd you say? I said, well, I was just telling my friend here about how I had one of those and it was a piece of crap. He said, and then he started going on about, well, how did you take care of you? Me. And I was like, listen, pal, I ain't having this conversation, all right? It was a piece of junk. I had my Honda now for 3,500 miles, multiple different Hondas, never had issues. So it's not a matter of that. However, I've heard so many good things about this Grizzly. I think this is like the most bulletproof four-wheeler you could buy besides a Honda. Maybe even better than a Honda, some will say. So the DCT, this video is not to compare those. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and get into it. My 2-day review, first impression sort of deal. So far, we've got 11 miles on it. We'll go ahead and sit up here on it and look at it. First things first, the key, I want to keep comparing it to the Honda, but we're not going to do that in this video. This is to review the Grizzly. Key down here on the fender. 12-volt outlet down here on the fender. Just right below this dry storage, supposedly dry. Oops. It does have a drain valve to drain it if you get it full of water. Or if you need to clean it out because you have beverages spilling in there. This is what the gauge cluster looks like. Again, I keep wanting to compare it to a Honda. I'm not going to do that. Electric power steering light, high beam, battery, temp, engine light, park, reverse, neutral, high, and low. Up there, where you can see it. Diff lock light right there, so when you activate your diff lock, it'll come on up here on the dash, and it'll show it right here. Diff lock button. This is typical. This is just like a... I'm so retarded I can't even think what the Honda is. This is very similar to everybody else, but... So you get push button forward drive, you swipe it over, push another button. I think the Honda, you just push a button and swipe it over, but very nice system. I like that. You have start, kill switch, override. Not too sure what that does yet. I'm sure it's just like to override rev limiters or something. I ain't really sure yet. You got low beam, simple switch here, off, high, or low, high. And on here, low beam, you get LED headlights down here. High beam, you get a halogen handlebar mounted light. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Hopefully there's a bulb. If anybody knows, comment down below where I can get an LED bulb up there. Because that right there, I will never run my high beams just because of that. That is disgusting. Very dumb. But you have very nice brake levers. You have rear and front. Both these very nice. I like these. Very nice. Good quality looking brake levers. I love having independent rear, independent front brakes. You do have four-wheel disc brakes, which is really cool. So you have Disc brakes front, you know, both wheels back same way. You also have this big, nice storage right here, right in the center here, where the gas tank on most four-wheelers is. So this is pretty big. It gets very warm, I noticed, so you don't want to put anything that you want to keep cold in there. There's something in here. What is that? Piece of plastic. Yeah, so you have this big, nice storage box. You have that storage. So very handy to have this. You know, gloves, throw stuff real fast right in front of you. The shifter here, love the location of it. Like how it's not like a Polaris where you're just playing the guessing game. And Can-Am has it on the same side as your throttle, so it's kind of weird. Like this, because you can keep your fingers on the throttle, brakes, whatever, and shift. Also noted, look how easy that is. You know, you don't have to sit here and do this like you do on Can-Am or Polaris. This is very, very smooth compared to the competitors of the belt drive. Yamaha also offers a 10-year belt warranty on their Ultramatic transmission. That also sold me on switching to a machine with a belt. I say switch, just so you know I still have the Honda, so don't freak out. We have a nice badge here. I like that. That's like a real, I thought that was a sticker. That's a real badge. Proven Off-Road Yamaha. Cool. It says right here, assembled in the USA, but as you know, these are Japanese machines, so everything is built in Japan. We'll go ahead and show you this really fast. You have different modes. So the clock, hour meter, voltage, temperature, clock, whatever, odometer, trip meter. You have 2 of those. Service meter, this is different than a Honda, but I'm not going to go into that on this video. An odometer. Then you have reset button. So pretty simple, but all the information you need is here. Big, nice numbers. Big, nice. You can understand it and see it in the daylight. You see the sun shining on it right now. Very beautiful, bright day. We're going to take it on the first ride today for sure. So I went with the Yamaha because I was looking at getting a Can-Am Outlander 850, and the first thing I did before I bought it, joined the Can-Am Outlander group on Facebook, and I asked a question. I asked a simple question. I said, I'm coming from a Honda. I ride 100 miles away from home. Will this thing be reliable? I had so many mixed opinions, people saying fuel pump. I had a lot of fuel pump problems coming from people, brand new machines. So that immediately, I was like, you know what? Can-Ams, they might be more powerful than this. And maybe a little more money, about the same, actually, I think. But I was just, you know, I'm not going to go for a Can-Am because maybe next time. But the reputation was just not there for me, so decided not to do it. On here, you have this nice cover. Ooh, you just twist it. Pretty. It's definitely in there good. You have a dipstick. It just sits in there with a rubber seal. Does not thread, so I'm not too sure how I feel about that yet. Of course, we haven't had problems yet. And I don't plan on submerging this in water, so that should be fine. This model is a special edition, so what you get is you get your nice fancy plastic with stickers that are not installed properly. Trying to peel off because they put it too far forward instead of back where it's supposed to go. The other side's right. You have these nice 14-inch aluminum wheels. Very nice wheels. It comes with these 27-inch Maxxis tires on it, 27 by 10. Very good-looking tire. And another thing that's nice, which I didn't even notice this till later, the front and rear tires are the same size, so you could throw them in the front or back, so you can rotate your tires, which is nice. On four-wheelers, in my experience, the front ones always get a weird chop. At least on my Honda, they always did. So that's nice to be able to rotate your tires. These Zillas, I'll probably run them just because they're actually an okay trail tire. They're super soft. They'll do good in the mud. They'll be fine on the trail. The front end of the Grizzly is among some of the best looking front ends I've ever seen. And I really am a fan of the way it looks. Love that front end. Doesn't come with a big, nice steel bumper, but they do make an aftermarket accessory bumper that's very nice. So I will probably end up with one of those on here in the future. The racks are very heavy duty, but very old-fashioned design. You know, not really anything to screw into if you want to screw. You have just these little thin bars across there. So strapping stuff, hauling stuff on these racks might be a little more challenging than some of the other models. Different brands out there have some better racks. These, however, the powder coat looks very good. Excuse me. Very nice quality there. Very nice. Fuel cap is back here in the back. I think Can-Am is like this. I don't know about Polaris. Honda, Suzuki. It's just Honda is over here. Suzuki, it's up here, I believe. Like the olden days. You get a nice LED taillight. So that's really cool. Looks good. The skid plates on the Yamaha here are kind of questionable. Like, very questionable. Very thin, chintzy plastic. I would definitely recommend upgrading those. And for one example is I don't understand why this is here. I'm not going in reverse very many places, but that's just going to catch mud and build up against that CV axle. Instead of being in the front protecting it like it should be, I think. It's in the back. You do have the hardened outer boots on the CV axles and then the soft ones up there. There's your disc brakes I was talking about on both sides. Super nice. Love that. Axles look pretty beefy. The frame is not the thickest frame I've ever seen on a machine. It also keeps weight down, though, compared to a Honda. I think my Honda is a lot heavier than this. And this is a 700, not a 520. One thing you get on the Yamaha Grizzly standard is a 2-inch hitch receiver. I love that. That is super nice getting that. Definitely an upgrade. Go ahead and crank it up and move it really quick so you can see how this thing runs. Vibration's not terrible. Give it throttle, it almost gets smoother. Once it revs up to a certain point. See here, I haven't done anything. Very easy reverse. Very smooth actuation of the belt. That's very nice. Very smooth belt drive. The brakes, I think, need to brake in, so they're still kind of weird feeling. Very high. See, it's just very smooth. Very smooth belt. Whoa! Thing's a real ripper, that's for sure. I did have some concerns right away with kind of the fit and finish on this machine. These wires, for some reason, are all rubbing against this right here and are catching that plastic, making it make that stupid noise every time. That's very annoying, so I'm going to have to fix that. The sticker I already mentioned. This plastic, the gap over here, see how that's sticking up real bad? I can't figure out how to get it to fit. A lot of the stuff might be dealer's problem. However, not sure that it is. Overall quality of the plastic doesn't feel crazy. Doesn't feel terrible. I had a scratch right here. Obviously, the dealer's problem. Brand new. And then a simple foot kick yesterday. First time stepping on it. I scratched that black fender very easily. So that's a concern. This looks improper. I'm not sure if that is proper or not, but that looks like it's supposed to be up in there. Maybe, I don't know. However, you do have this storage back here as well. Pretty little, not really that usable, but you can stick something in there, a little tow rope or something. You do have these adjustable shocks, different preload settings you can do. That's nice. You have the foot brake also. Very nice. These skid plates in the front as well. Still feel very thin, but better than none. Another thing, that's another thing with the fit and finish. You know, that might be good because I guess it's on like a rubber bushing. So it doesn't, but that's annoying. That just seems poor quality. However, these machines have a very good reputation, so I'm very excited to see how long this machine lasts. I want to go a lot of miles on this four-wheeler, so it's going to be a good test. If anybody knows this channel, you know me, you know this machine is going to be tested very well. I mean, come on, I've blown up multiple 7.3 Power Strokes. I've tore up a lot of Hondas, and I definitely put them to the test. This one might not see all the same abuse the Honda did, whatever, but it's going to see some riding, definitely get rode hard and used, so I'll be the, for sure, tester of the Yamaha reliability claim. I noticed immediately water just comes up through these floorboards when the roads are wet. They seem okay. I'm actually a fan of the little snaps that go in, so if you do catch them, it just rips those instead of the bolts. Foot pegs, not very big. Looks like they cheaped out on that. There's plenty of room, obviously, for an aftermarket one they probably sell. That'll go the whole way and be a lot more aggressive. So, yeah, definitely want to change the foot pegs. These floorboards, they're okay, but I'm a fan of the deep ones, like what's on the Honda. I like having the place I could throw a chain or a strap or something down there just because. The seat, let's go ahead and pop it off so I can explain it. I have mixed feelings about the seat. It just sits there. It snaps onto those rubber things that'll probably wear out. More of a fan of a latching seat. this might not be problematic. It looks like I can get to the fuel pump and all that good stuff real easily, because right there's the gas tank. It's in the back. Air filter, super easy to get to. You can see manufacturer date there, August of 23. So this is a 2024, a pretty early one. Air filter's pretty easy to get to. Not gonna compare it to a Honda yet. I seem to like that design of the Airbox. It looks very nice. Changing the oil, I don't know how all that works on here yet. I have not taken this apart. I hope it's pretty simple, but I'll be sure to keep you updated in future videos. Power-wise, this is a 686 cc engine, single cylinder. It's not, you know, like an 850 Can-Am or 1000, but this is pretty powerful. I've had it up to 60. I didn't have it maxed out yet, I don't think. 60 miles an hour. For me, this is plenty of power. Just ripping through the trails, I can tell you, I've never rode a machine that handles like this. This thing just grabs and goes. It takes the corners. It's very controllable. Very nimble. It feels really lightweight, like you're in control of it still, but tons of power. So ripping back through the trails, taking curves as fast as I want, throttle, front end's trying to come up. Very, very, very nice machine. So power, rideability, all that's there. Comfort is there too. Rides really well. 45 miles an hour down the road, around curves, no problem. Sitting on it, it just feels nice. I do like the Suzuki's, how this is all like a really nice rugged plastic, because this is all going to get scratched, I assume. But it does feel pretty comfortable. I'd say the seat is not the best that I've sat on. Not trying to compare it to anybody yet. That's going to be a separate video. But, new squeak. No, it's a very comfortable machine, especially riding it. Handlebar position's pretty good. I like it. Definitely comfortable. Not uncomfortable. That is a fact. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel for plenty more videos of this here Grizzly. I'll be sure to do all the testing, reliability, durability. I'll be the one that tests all this stuff. We will compare this to the Honda in a few videos. We will do side-by-side comparison, honest thoughts on both of them. Expect the future videos like I did with the old Hondas. 5 things I love, 5 things I hate. All those videos are coming very soon. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. We're going to go out and ride it on this beautiful sunny day and film, of course, my first real ride on the Grizzly 700. Thanks for watching.